And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our, I guess, next broadcast of the day. We just wrapped up with CranKy Cup. We just wrapped up, and again, a big shout to SE Boy and a big shout to all those working behind the scenes on that tournament. SE Boy, they used to host World Team League, and now they've been hosting CranKy Cup on a regular basis to feature StarCraft Evolution and Warcraft 3 Evolution as well. If you want to help support StarCraft Evolution, !SC Evo in the chat. And you'll get a link to the Patreon page of StarCraft Evolution. Again, there's a very dedicated team working behind the scenes to balance the game, to add graphical assets, to port maps over from Brood War as well. They are very dedicated. They put in a lot of work into StarCraft Evolution, and again, you can help support them via Patreon. Patreon is the place to be. Otherwise, we have some more SC Evo ready for you. We just wrapped up with CranKy Cup. Now we are here with the StarCraft Evolution Masters number 3. This is a best of 7 Showmatch. This is a monthly. This every single month there is a new SEL Masters, and this month we are featuring a ZvZ between SHIN and threepoint. Let us go. I would say that these are now the two best Zerg players in StarCraft Evolution. Before Dark's retirement, I would say that Dark was clearly number 1. Like Dark, he was number 1. He was the best out of all of them. But without Dark, I would say that SHIN and threepoint are top 2. They're top 2, SHIN and threepoint respectively, of course. Just behind them, we have Wayne and Young Yakov, of course. They're also kind of hot on their heels, but we'll see how they compare to each other. I'm ready. I'm excited. Give us some ZvZ, some Brood War versus SE2. Game 1, Blue Storm. Let's go. Game 1 is going to be on Blue Storm. Now, unlike CranKy Cup, here in StarCraft Evolution tournaments, StarCraft Evolution League tournaments, they specifically do keep it to SE2 versus Brood War. They do not have Brood War versus Brood War. That is not the case, not in this tournament format. So it's going to be specifically SE2 versus Brood War in each of these matches. And it's going to be loser's pick as well. And here we go, we're jumping to game 1 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Bottom left-hand corner here of Blue Storm, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Hyper 1. It is threepoint. I'll set up his name. I got you. Bam. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have going for the 12 pool, we have the Red Zerg player. From South Korea, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG, it is SHIN. And again, we step into a full best of 7 here. 12 pool out of SHIN. Meanwhile, we do have a hatch first out of threepoint. No, my apologies, gas first. Okay, so gas first opener out of our Zerg player, going for a more tech heavy start. Meanwhile, SHIN, he does open up more aggressively here with that 12 pool. With this, he's going to be flooding lanes across the map. He may even opt to pull the boys. So we'll keep an eye on him. We'll see if he does pull the boys across the map as well. We'll see how hard he commits. Just expands. Okay, so SHIN, he will expand behind this. He is not going for an all-in. Meanwhile, with the earlier gases, threepoint will have earlier link speed. So if this doesn't do critical damage, then threepoint can snowball out of control, as this is a 12 pull into a gasless opener. So 12 pull into typically, I was going to say roaches, but most likely the hydras. Oh, hello. SHIN, he sneaks out with a drone. Are we going to spine rush with this? Okay. You have my attention. Links are moving out. We have the overlords in the center of the map. Have the delayed expansions on the way. So far, because the attack path here, the overlord does not see the Zerglings. Threepoint is in the dark. Threepoint, he has link speed on the way. He has some safety links in production. Drone is moving in, and now he realizes, ooh, late hatchery. This is meant to be a spine rush. You can't make a spine crawler, not without any creep. Has to rush past. Now he knows of course the spawning pool is faster. Delayed expansion, and this cone is not going to finish. Yeah, it's not going to finish. It is denied. With that, boys are being pulled, and threepoint is here to hold. He's here to shut this down. The boys have arrived. Nice drone drilling there. The threepoint does get behind the Zerglings. It is going to be a clutch hold here, and he will defend, but not without losing 4 drones. 4 drones go down. Threepoint still ahead in workers. He's still up in workers. SHIN, he went for 2 more hatcheries, and he is not droned. Not a single drone. Pure link. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. Now he finally starts making drones. Lings, they collapse in. The queen has arrived as well. SHIN, can he kill the expansion? No, he cannot. He cannot. The expansion will be saved. Threepoint does hold. And SHIN is forced back. And SHIN, he is behind. Like, SHIN is in a rough position. Setting up defensively with his own sunken colonies. Baneling Nest on the way. Remember, early gas means early link speed means early Baneling Nest as well. As threepoint moves out. Meanwhile, SHIN trying to come in from behind, hoping to try to snipe the expansion. He might be able to. Yeah, he might be able to here. Does go in. So the base under fire. Oh, can he get it? Oh, he barely can. That's a kill. That's a kill here on the hatchery. At the same time, Lings, they flooded in. Baneling's morphing in as well. Yeah, the Spine Call, the Sun Colony is just not quite in position. Not to defend the main. Oof, and drones are going down. Does he have 5 drone kills? Oh, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. 8 drones going down. And that's going to be all the workers. All the workers do fall down to what? 7 drones remaining. Ay, ay, ay. A rough defense here from SHIN. Again, the Sunken Colony was just too little too late. And with that, despite losing the expansion, threepoint does have the worker lead. Does have the economic advantage. Once again, he does bypass the main army. Does sneak out. He's going for drone kills. How many can he get? He gets at least 1. It's 1 drone. Pulls away. Oh, the queen gets surrounded. Oh my god, that should not have happened. The queen does get surrounded. SHIN finding damage. Uh-oh. Likewise, he does threaten the mineral line. From here, he has to be covered to be surrounded. Yeah, it does pull away. Queen does pop. Gets 3 drone kills, 4 drones. Barely not 5. And this is getting quite close. This is very shaky. Oh god, no! It's very chaotic. Bailey's rolling in. They get 2 more drones. We have 9 drones left here for SHIN. Meanwhile, we have 14 drones left for threepoint. But SHIN has hatcheries. He has bases. He has larvae. And he has more colonies morphing in. So both players should be droning. I say they should be. Threepoint is not. Threepoint is making more Zerglings. Threepoint is choosing not to drone. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if that's the right call to make here. Yeah, he's got 10 more Zerglings on the way. Threepoint is just all in. Let's go for the drones. He doesn't quite get them. Heads into the main. Got another colony in position. The Overlord sees everything, by the way. Threepoint, he knows. And it can morph in Banelings right into the main. Oh. You see SHIN getting another creep colony. And threepoint still not joining. He's still completely all in. He's an animal. Oh, meanwhile, SHIN does overextend. Remember, SHIN does not have link speed. SHIN, he has no gas. But there we go. We have 2 colonies here at the natural, 3 colonies in the main. SHIN is secure as long as he responds in time. There we go, making Zerglings. And threepoint's all in. Threepoint completely all in. SHIN, he's not ready for this. He has colonies, yes, but he has to pull the boys. Banelings are rolling in. The Banelings! Oh my god, takes out one of the colonies. The other gets surrounded. And threepoint, he's done it. He's done it. He has done it. He has broken the natural. And he should break the main as well. Again, SHIN was droning up a little bit too hard. 7 drones go down. He was caught out. Behind this threepoint to get another expansion, just to make more links. GG gets called, and threepoint, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Oh my god. A very intense game here. The 12 pull out of SHIN and the gas first out of threepoint. In the end, SHIN was just too greedy. He was getting colonies, that is true, but he wasn't making any Zerglings. He was droning. He didn't realize that threepoint was just doubling down and committing to the all-in. And with that, threepoint does take a lead in the series. GG, well played. Meanwhile, yo, a shout out to Matador in the chat. Amiga, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Obrigado. Thank you so much. Gracias. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great ladder session. And welcome one and all to the StarCraft Evolution Masters number 3 Showmatch. A best of 7 showmatch between threepoint and SHIN. ZvZ. Let's go. As threepoint does take a lead. And now we are jumping into game number 2. Jumping into game 2. And again, this is not your typical mirror matchup. As you can see, when it comes to Brutal versus SC2, the players have very different kind of tools available to them. You know, the name might be the same between like a Zergling or a Hydra, but the units themselves do have very different interactions, very different uses. Let's go. Let's settle it. Let us settle in. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Sylphid, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and make a series out of this. For Weibo Gaming, WBG, it is Shin. I'll fix the color. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the other South Korean Zerg player, the Brood War Zerg, leading the series 1-0, representing Team Hyper 1. It is threepoint. We go. So we are settling in. Oh. I have no idea what I just pressed. But we have our supply. Oh boy. God, I swear this was one of the number pads, right? Apparently not. There we go. Jesus. It was a number pad, by the way. I was like spamming all my numbers on my numpad. We're good. Made it out. But yeah, so we're jumping into game two. So far we have threepoint with the initial lead here, but Shin with the loss does pick SE2. The way that it works here, losers pick. So whoever does lose the series or lose the game does get to pick if they want to commit to SE2 or Brood War for the next game. Meanwhile, we do have a threepoint scouting top right. It does confirm that Shin is not here, and the Overlords, they will find each other. They do come across each other. Link speed is on the way. And you can see that threepoint is staying in gas. Staying in gas here, this should be for either a faster layer to go into mutas or faster Hydra production. One or the other. Now, one of the big reasons why ZvZ is so different in this matchup, one, because Brood War Zerg has no banelings, they are stuck on two bases. Brood War Zerg, they cannot freely take a third base because of the link bane aggression of their opponent. I would say that this third base is a little bit greedy here from threepoint. We'll see if he can hold on to it. In my mind, he shouldn't be able to, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Roach versus Roach isn't really a thing, just because Hydras, of course, exist instead for the opposing player. So typically, they rush into Lurker tech. It's going to be Ling Hydra, then you rush into Lurkers, and then you end up in Lurker Wars. And then that forces out Vipers from your opponent. It forces you to tech up as well. Typically, the ideal late game ZvZ for Brood War Zerg is going to be Guardians, if they can get there, but Link speed does kick in. Gets us around, gets one queen. Got one queen is surrounded, he gets one. Nice pick off already. Gets a drone as well. Threepoint, very nice target firing. And Shin going for his own counter Ling Flood. No Bailey Nest. We do see threepoint rushing into pulse on Carapace to help out with his Ling army and making mass Ling behind this. So Ling versus Ling, but I'm a little bit shocked that there's no Bailey Nest here for for Shin. Yeah, no nest. Just Zergling. Yeah, and with the defense advantage, I believe threepoint he should be able to hold on. Yeah, he does. He does hold on. He does overwhelm. Again, he has faster Lings coming in to reinforce. Shin, he's walling up. He's droning up. Going to two-base Roach behind this, but he's vulnerable. He's exposed. Shin's in trouble. Shin, he's in trouble here. Threepoint, he cannot break this wall. The wall is vulnerable. Does move in. Does spot this. Yeah, there we go. We'll engage. Only two queens to defend. And this wall should go down. And again, no banelings here for Shin. No banelings, no nothing. Better surface area on the queen. Yeah, the queen is going to be targeted as well. And the wall should be broken. Behind this, there's no Roach production. The boys are being pulled. And I believe threepoint should overrun this. As he breaks down that front door. Again, the boys are doing what they can. I mean, threepoint is happy to just trade out with drones. Oh, nice hold position micro. The spawning cooler does complete. Shin is holding. Shin, he's holding on. Again, still trying to go into 2-base Roach. Behind this, 3-point likewise taking up, taking gases, going into a lair. This does look like not Hydras, but Muta play. So Mass Lurkling into Muta from 3-point. Shin, he breaks out, he counterattacks. 3-point, he responds with Mass Zergling. Getting his own wall. Oh, almost gets surrounded. Has to be careful. He gets some clutch control there. Shin does hit the third. Does try to. Half the colony is done, and 3-point he holds. He does hold on. Defends his third. Overlord into the main. Confirms that lair is done. But 3-point, his drone count is not what it needs to be. He's down in workers. Does go for the Spire. Spire is on the way for the Mutas. Lings ain't sure that there is no expansion. Shin has not taken a third. And Shin is going for Nidus all in. Remember, he scouted. He knows. God damn it. But Shin, he knows about the lair. He knows about the 2-base Muta. So Shin is going all in to try to kill 3-point before Mutas pop out. See if he can. Evo Chamber goes down. Nidus Swarm is almost done. He can Nidus straight into the main. That should be the plan. There we go. Nidus here, barely out of vision. Off to the side. Spire is not yet complete. And how many roaches? 13. There we go. 13 roaches right into the main. They file in. Workers, they try to evacuate. We do have a wall of colonies on the way. Another Nidus into the natural. And this position is just so brutal. The roaches, they should not be surrounded. The Lings, they try to. Queens are waddling in. Ooh, there's a transfuse. Oh, doesn't quite get it. There we go. Bailey does transfuse the roaches. Yeah, they're getting themselves the side defense. Lings, they're shut down. Getting 1, 2, 3 of those sunken colonies. And Shin has done it. Shin has done it. He has broken through. We have 9 Mutas on the way. But every colony will fall. The Queens, they can kind of hold their own, but there's no transfuse. Uh-oh. Spores are on the way, but these might just be too late. There's not enough Queens. Yeah, not enough Queens. These Spores, they will not finish. They will not finish. Roaches, they dive on the Spire. Spores are being targeted down. And 3-point, he will eventually clean this up. Eventually. But Shin, he's not done. He's not done. Ensures no droning in the main. Heads into the third. Boys are being pulled, but the Spine Cooler should be targeted down. Oof. And that's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be game. Killing every single worker. There's nothing left, Backy. There's nothing left. Drones, they pull away. There's still roaches in the main. They're still in the main base. And back at home, we're just taking up. We're taking up into Hydras. So 2-base Hydra out of Shin. Three-point down to a 1-base economy. And remember, he has no Spire. He lost the Spire. He has no tech. Does have 1/1 upgrades, which helps, I suppose. And he's rebuilding that Spire. Catching out Overlords. Shin back at home, still building up. Building up his Queens, massing up Hydras. And it's going to be a tough comeback here from 3-point. Sure, he has Mutas and he has map control for now, but that will soon change. That will soon change. He's just rotating in between the bases. At least trying to. But now we're just chilling. I mean, threepoint. What kind of? He's just droning. He's just droning up, trying to drone up. I mean, he has been able to catch up on workers. That is true, but the reality is here in a head-on fights, the Hydras will come out on top. Like the Mutas cannot fight head-on. They have to avoid as much as possible. And here comes Shin. Now, if there are enough Zerglings on the ground to support, there is a world where maybe threepoint with 1/1 Zerglings can surround this army and focus on the Hydras. There is a chance, but it's a very slim chance. And the problem is that now there are Ling reinforcements. Yeah, there are Zergling reinforcements. They arrive just in time. Do you have the Nidus to reinforce with Queens? The Mutas, a lot of them are going to be going down, and every Muta will go down. GG gets called. The Hydras, they hold their own, and SHIN will be able to tie the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. SHIN does tie us up. Again, a very, very chaotic game once again, where initially SHIN, he opened up 2 base, he had a hard time doing damage. We saw that threepoint was able to counter Ling Flood, of course, and almost broke SHIN then and there. Then we had the Nidus play, right? We had threepoint going to 2 base Muta, and SHIN, once he realized what was happening, went for the correct move, went for the Nidus all in to make sure he could break the Zerg player before Mutas came out. And was able to pull it off. I'm sure there were Mutas, they popped out eventually, but by the time they did, the economy was crippled. But by the time they did, threepoint, he was already, like, his economy was already in the gutter. GG. GG, well played. With that, we have a back and forth, we have a series, and we'll see who takes the lead. Currently, we're tied up 1-1. We're tied up 1-1, and now we're getting into game number 3. We're going to be loading into Purity and Industry. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Purity and Industry, we have our South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg, the SC2 Zerg for Weibo Gaming. It is a SHIN. Interesting. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent going gas first. We have the Brood War Zerg player from South Korea representing Team Hyper 1. It is a 3-point. Now, what I find intriguing here, gas pool opener, is that threepoint, he did just lose the last game, and he chose to stick with Brood War Zerg. Again, threepoint, he has been competing a lot in StarCraft Evolution. He does favor Brood War Zerg more often than not, and he shows that off here and now. So he will stick with Brood War. Again, really fast link speed into early, really fast gas into early link speed into an early link flood. SHIN, hatch first. SHIN, he's going hatch, I would imagine gas pool. Standard opener out of SHIN, aggressive build here by threepoint. Now, welcome to Purity and Industry. We have a field of slow zones in between the bases, so the Overlord Scout is going to be delayed, but he's powering through those slow zones. He's going to eventually break past and get into the main and figure out what's happening. He's almost there. Into said main. There we go, he does break out of the slow zone. And this Overlord Scout will confirm the gases. Again, the gas just now being taken for SHIN. And SHIN, what you can do here is that you can actually click on the gas to confirm just how much has been mined. Not just that, he'll also see that link speed is on the way. That's a tell, of course. Yeah, he sees. He confirms link speed on the way. Link production's already begun. And now he's aware. And we can see that threepoint, he pulls out of gas. Okay, so rushing into link speed, pulls out of gas. This tells us that he's not rushing into a lair. He's not rushing into Hydras. Just a link flood. A late expansion. So here we go, the bipedal lings. The raptors. They're moving out. Rushing across the map. SHIN, he has an expansion, that's true, but he's gonna have to pull the boys to try to save this base. We'll see if he even can, to be honest, because threepoint, he's still just making more lings. Yeah, SHIN is going for the defense. He does have some defensive Zerglings. Yeah, so far, oh god! As Link Speed does kick in, we have the defensive Baneling Nest on the way. Queen has arrived. And so far, Shin he's holding. Does bring down the second queen, so he's got 2 queens. One gets surrounded. Yeah, one is surrounded, does pull back in time. Whew, barely saves it, but there are more Zerglings coming. And the queen is going to go down. Ay, ay, ay. Brutal pickoff. And remember, still no drones, still purely Zerglings. There go another macro hatch. We have 2 macro hatches on the way for 3 points. Just still spamming Zergling. Baneling Nest is now done. We need those Banelings. Where are they? Where are they? We have the gas for it. Shin, where are the Banelings? There we go. Baneling's now on the way. 1 Baneling. That's an important Baneling. Meanwhile, nice around. Oh, but the queen does fall. That's going to be the second queen going down. Ay, ay, ay. That means limited injects. Limited larva. But he has the Baneling. And again, Shin still has the economic lead. He's still mining gas, of course. There we go. Second, we have more Banelings on the way. Oh, they're a little bit too far forward, though. Yeah, they are far forward. With that, oh, massive connection. He gets baited in. And with that, Shin has done it. Shin, he has done it. The Banelings, they will complete. Enough of them will. Another connection. GG gets called. And Shin, he will take a lead in the series 2-1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, when it comes to ZvZ, when it comes to early lane aggression, you can see here that that a big disadvantage that Brood War Zerg has, no Banelings of their own. So they're on a timer. They're on a timer to try to break their opponents before Banelings hit the field. Once they do, you can see the dynamic change so quickly. This is also why I was shocked to see there were no Banelings out of Shin in game 2. If you remember, he did not make any Banelings, so he had a much harder time defending against the mass link flood. He eventually did hold, of course. He survived, but was a closer hold than it needed to be. In game 2. Here in game 3, did lose his queens, but once he got the Banelings out, was able to snowball out of control. GG, well played. With that, Shin takes a lead in the series, and we'll see if 3-point can bounce back, as once again, it is up to 3-point to pick his race of choice. He is on 3-point, as we are loading into Pylon. Here we go. Pylon is coming up next. Oh, they changed colors. God damn it. It's confused for a moment. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the South Green Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Hyper 1. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. Representing that SE2 Zerg race this time, it is a 3-point. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Brood War Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is Shin. Leading the series 2-1. And we'll see if he can extend that lead. As a reminder, this is a best of 7. So first to 4. First to 4 will claim it. Once again, we do have a hatch first here out of Shin. Meanwhile, hatch first out of 3 points. Okay, we're calming down. Calming things down. We are building up. Have our initial setups. Hatch gas pull from both players, so standard openers all around. I believe this is the first time this series that we do have standard opener versus standard opener. I think in games past we've either had earlier gases, earlier spawning pools, earlier aggression. Not this time. Not here. Not on Pylon. As Shin does have his macro hatchery on the way. Macro hatchery up and running. And, oh, okay, Shin, he does take an extra gas geyser and he does not get link speed. He skips it. He skips link speed. He's playing 2-base. 2-base into us. This does look like 2-base Muta. Oh boy. So 2-base Muta here out of Shin, very greedy. And 3-point, he will see everything. Oh god. This is what makes 2-base Muta so difficult in StarCraft Evolution, is that because there are no queens, like, you just get a free scout. Like, 3-point, he just goes in. He just goes in, he sees everything. There's nothing to stop him, and he will confirm what's happening. He will confirm no link speed, second gas, the lair, the Muta play. Now he knows. So now he gets a free scout, is fully aware what's happening, and now he can make the decision to go for an all-in, or to be greedy as a response. Is that a center? It is, right? Yeah, it's it's a little bit too far. It's like 1 hex too far north, if I'm not mistaken. It should be 1 hex south. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, okay, Overlord speed. That is interesting. Overlord speed is on the way. We do have the Spire, of course, to go into 2-base Muta. Meanwhile, Baneling Nest does mean that we're just gonna Bane Bust. We're gonna Bane Bust, no roaches. Just purely Bane Bust here by 3-point, and we'll see if he can break the natural. As we have a second Sunken Colony on the way. Shin should not be expanding. He should not take a third. Like, there's no way for him to hold on to it. He just has to turtle up on 2 bases. Just turtling on up. And here comes the Bane Bust. Again, we did know that it was going to be an all-in of some kind. Just not quite which kind. Ah, that's why we got Overlord speed. Yeah, 3-point. He laughs as the Overlord speed does come from the Baneling Nest, I believe. Yeah, Shin, he confirms everything. And we have just a wall of colonies on the way. He's fully walling up. He gets a full wall with the Evo chamber. I do appreciate that he has his spine cooler spread. The colonies, they're spread out. And it's not going to be an easy break here. Banelings to go for the hatchery. Ugh. And not quite. Evo chamber is going to eventually fall. And we're holding on to the Banelings. Ideally, want to save the Banelings for the colonies themselves. And there we go. He breaks out that front door. Does what in. Yeah, does what in. Banelings, they will connect. They take down the first 2. Oh, they try to. Yeah, they get 2. They get 3. 3 colonies go down, but there's still 3 left. Lings, they bust into the main. There's still 2 Banelings. The Banelings! Up! Up! Oh my god. They do graze the drones. They graze them. 8 drones go down. He gets 8 workers. He gets 9. 9 drone kills. That is not good enough, though. As more Lings are flooding in. Oh, they head into the bases. They don't quite get another. And Shin holds. Yeah, Shin, he does hold on. You see he's checking for Banelings. He's up with the Zerglings, now going for the Overlords themselves. Now, the damage here was not enough to kill. I will say that 3-point does have a worker lead, so he does have a slightly better economy, but he still needs more damage, because back at home, what does he have? He has 2 queens. He has 2 queens to defend. Spore crawlers are just now going to be thrown down. He has very limited anti-air. Zerglings, they get spotted. And here come the Mutas. Mutas are zooming across the map. Again, this third base is so exposed, and it can just go down. Shin has to make a choice here. Does he just go for the base, or does he go for the main? Does he go for some more economic damage? Gets a queen. Queen goes down. Zerglings, they poke in. They are deflected. Mutas, they're going for Overlords, and they will get them. And 2 more Overlords go down. Does supply blood. Oh, catching up more Overlords. 3, 4. Oh, 1 more volley doesn't quite connect. The queens, they will hold. They will survive at the natural. The Mutas, they rotate into the main. They swap the spores. Lair is on the way. Just should be for Hydras. Let's take another Overlord. Queens are moving out. Now, if we had Zergling support, then I could see Shin breaking the third. But because it's only Mutas and there are no Zerglings, then 3-point will hold. He will save the expansion. I mean, big defense here for 3-point. He saves the third. Should have gone down, but it does not. Mutas, they catch out the Zerglings. now moving in. Oh, yeah, there is an angle here. There's an angle of attack. Oh, clutch transfuse. Clutch transfuse so far, and one meter falls. Or two? Two. 2 meters go down. Losing a third meter, but it's going to be worth it if he can get the base, and he will. Yeah, he will get the expansion. Aye, aye, aye. The third base goes down. For 3 meters, that is worth it for Shin. And Shin himself is switching into lurkers. The Hydra, then into lurker tech. He's switching out of meters. 3-point himself, going into an infestation pit. Ooh, skipping Hydras. With this, he might just rush into Hive tech. His goal might just be, yeah, instead, Viper production. There it is. Hive is on the way. He's going into Vipers. No Hydras. And the problem with that is that, remember, Shin is not going mass muta. I mean, you see mass muta here, but remember, Shin, he's switching into lurker tech. Like, the Vipers won't help against that. I mean, they kind of can, but ideally, 3-point wants his own lurkers as well to get into lurker versus lurker. Javelin counterattack. The third base is exposed. Yeah, Shin is racing back. Drones, they do drill. Again, lurker tech is on the way. And we have some infestors. We have a delayed Hydra Den. But we are working towards lurkers. That is the correct move. We should be heading into lurker versus lurker. But the problem is that Shin is going to get there first. Shin, he's already there. He's already there. Again, the era of muta has come and gone. Oh, the gases are exposed. No, there's no spore. There's no spore in position. The gases are exposed. Ooh, fungal doesn't quite connect. Oh, but the queens, they respond in time. Okay, they save the gases. Let's go. Gases are saved. Here comes another fungal. Oh, not quite. Queen's Nest on the way. That should be, I would imagine, to get into Queen production, which is Hive Tech. Could go for Dark Swarm with Defilers, true. What I will say is that typically what we see, and what we could have seen actually, if we go into a Hive, is we could turn the Spire into a Greater Spire. If we preserve these mutas long enough, they can morph into Guardians. That's luck. Jeez, never mind. The lurkers, they just move in. They're within range of the spores, though. Now within range. Ooh, fungal does graze the army. The mutas, they still, sorry, the lurkers, they hold their own, though. Yeah, again, we're going for the kill move, the kill shots with the lurkers. Nice fungal. Very nice fungal. We spoke about preserving mutas. Never mind. Oh, God. As lurkers, they trade well for themselves. Hydra's trickling in. Another lurker does burrow. Oof. So all the queens are brought down. And we're still waddling in. Oh, no, the infestors. He gets one. Yeah, GG. GG gets called. We spoke about it, but Shin, he was faster to rush and take into lurkers. 3-point, he was late. He was delayed. He was late to the party. And with that, Shin will take a 3-1 lead. GG. GG, well played. Again, unfortunately, 3-point, he was trying to hard counter mutas. Winding it back, if you recall, what 3-point did here was 3-point. He did decide to go into an infestation pit and into a hive before Hydra Tech. The plan there would be to go into infestors, to go into vipers, and that would be to hard counter mutas. But the problem was that it wasn't mass muta, it was muta into lurkers. And the lurkers, they were the kill move, they were the killing blow. We saw that, unfortunately, for 3-point, he was late to take up into hydras and late to take up into his own lurkers. He was not expecting that kind of tech switch out of Shin. And with that, he was caught with his pants down. He was caught with his pants down. The lurker timing proved to be too much. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're now getting into game number 5. And the pressure is on. One more win, and Shin will take it. As we load into Maganatha for our next game. Let's go. Let us go. As again, SHIN, he was able to beat 3-point to lurkers. And now we're getting into potentially the final game of the series. This morning in the bottom right hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. Leading the series 3-1, and one game away from claiming the series, it is SHIN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, going for the 12 pool, we have the other South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team Hyper 1. It is 3-point. 12 pool on Maganatha. Bold move. Bold move. Again, this is the largest map of the map pool. Longest rush distance by ground is going for, again, the initial 12 pool into what looks to be a follow-up hatchery with the extractor trick. So it looks like this is not going to be an all-in, but it's going to be hyper aggressive here from our Zerg player. What I mean when I say an all-in, I don't think we're going to be pulling the boys, as we should be expanding. We're pulling the boys. Like, otherwise there should be a drone. There should be a drone down here to expand. There's no drone. Let's go. We're going for the all-in. We're going to send it across the map. Hatch, gas, pool, standard opener out of SHIN, and we'll see how he responds, how he reacts. We'll see if he can scout this, because we are committing. The drone does move down. Okay, never mind. But this is a late hatchery. This is a 400 mineral hatchery. Huh. Okay. It does pull a couple of boys. I thought he was gonna pull all of them. Like, again, this is late. Like, this hatchery is late for 3-point. Is delayed. So he does commit a little bit harder. He's going for his spine rush, or his colony rush, I should say. Only pulls a couple of boys. Not all of them. Another boy's being pulled. Like, he's we gotta make up our mind. So we have 3 drones. So 3 boys are being pulled for those colonies. SHIN, he's now aware. Oh god. He's now aware. He has to deny those colonies. 1, 2 of them get thrown down. And SHIN, he has to fight for his natural. But remember, he went for an economic opener. Yeah, the boys are here. Colonies are on the way. And so far, 3 winning kites well. Does kite well, does kite back. Buying time for the colonies themselves. Takes down the drones. Yeah, the drones are forced to fight. And there's so many drones go down. There we go. The colony does finish. The first one at least. Second one as well. Brutal trades. And the Zerglings, they just have to run around. They just have to run around that colony. Forcing the army within range. Zerglings go further to the main. There's a spine cooler in the main base as well. He just runs around. He just runs around. GG gets called. With that, the natural has been broken. 15 drone kills. And a 3-point puts a point on the board. GG. Whew. GG, well played. SHIN, unfortunately, he was unable to stop the colonies from being thrown down. Likewise, it was a late scout as well, just because of the terrain on Maganatha. The Overlord scout was late. He had late realization of what was happening, and again, he was just droning up a little bit too hard. He was again playing standard, playing macro. GG. GG, well played. Also, as we saw, because he pulled the boys to fight at the natural, he had to break those spine crawlers, those sunken colonies, I should say, because he didn't. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. At that point, it would have been worth just evacuating, just giving up on the natural base, defending on the main instead, and protecting the main base mineral line. But again, he chose to fight. Wasn't worth it. Was not worth it. Losing 15 drones. That was crazy damage. And with that, 3-point, he puts a point on the board. He does begin the comeback, and we'll see if he can take another win and force the ace match. Let's go, as we're going to be loading into game number 6. Going to be loading into Holy World. Here we go. Oh, as we have diagonal spawns and spawning in the right hand corner. Top right hand corner here of. God, they keep switching places. There we go. top right hand corner here of Holy World, we have our South Korean Zerg player. We have the now Brood War Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, still leading the series, a 3-2, still one game away from claiming the series. Ooh, going gas first. Gas into pool into a delayed hatchery. It is SHIN. It's his turn to be aggressive. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player, the blue Zerg player himself, the SE2 Zerg from South Korea, representing Team Hyper 1. It is 3-point. And he's so up against the wall, he has to win here and now to force the ace match, as SHIN is looking for 3 points. Let's go. Now, welcome to Holy World. So Holy World is a 4-player spawn map, so we spawn into each corner of the map, and currently we are looking for our opponents. We have a 3-point checking top left, we have SHIN checking bottom right, and we have the diagonal scout with the second overlord. So it's going to be a late scout from our players. Likewise, remember, aggressive build out of SHIN, still no expansion, early link speed, and here comes the link flood. Link speed is on the way. I would just see SHIN, he pulls out of, there we go, he does pull out of gas completely, does pull out, and he's going to be flooding links. Meanwhile, standard opener out of 3-point. 3-point, hatch, gas, pull, standard opener out of our blue Zerg player, still searching for his opponent, still trying to figure out what's going on. When it comes to the unique features, there is a neutral CC in the center. We do have these disruption webs. They are permanent disruption webs in the center of the map as well. We do have some quirky features when it comes to a pocket third, pseudo pocket fourth base as well. Of course, the mineral line is exposed, but we're never going to get this fourth. Not in this game, because we're flooding links, pappy. We're sending it. Let's go. SHIN, he does rush across the map. Again, he confirmed that there was no bases here towards the corners. And he has found the expansion. Going for the hatchery. There we go, spine crawler in the main. Link production has begun. We have a Bailey nest here from a 3-point. It's on the way as well. 3-point, he will attempt to save the natural. Trying to buy some time. The boys have been pulled. Does pull the boys. He's here to hold, here to defend. Queen is on the way as well. Will pop out. Doesn't get surrounded. Oh no! Ooh, does not get surrounded though. Yeah, SHIN, he did miss it. Did miss this around. Spine Crawler is almost done as well. And 3-point's holding. 3-point is holding on. He saves both queens. Bailings are on the way as well. The Spine Crawler does complete, and that's a lot of Zerglings going down. He may still get the natural though. It's gonna be close. It does get it. Does kill the natural, does pull away, but the problem here is a counterattack. The problem are gonna be those banelings. If we do even counterattack. There's no link speed. Behind this SHIN, he is now droning. SHIN, he's up in expansion. He's got his macro hatchery as well, droning up as much as he can. And without link speed, I'll be honest, I don't see 3-point counterattacking. Like, I don't see how he can. He's stuck at home. Solid start out of SHIN. Very solid start. And from here, SHIN, he should take an economic lead. He should just be able to drone up, saturate, get into his Hydra tech. Or get into mutas. True. Could get into mutas. And again, this is a rough position for 3-point. Yes, SHIN, he's going to Muta play. Okay, so he's going 2-base Muta. Sorry, 2-base layer. So 2-base layer out of SHIN. 3-point likewise is going into his own 2-base layer as well. Okay. Yo, we're getting into Muta versus Muta. Spire has already begun for SHIN. Nice around. Nice pickup here. Queen does go down. Hydras? I mean, good read. Sure, sorry, he sees everything, of course. God, I keep forgetting that the SE2 Zerg player just sees everything. So, of course, he sees all the gases. He sees the tech, of course, as well. It is going to be a Nidus. Okay, Nidus, not a Hydra Den. Was going for a Nidus all-in instead. I mean, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of room here to go for the Nidus. We have a wall of Swine Crawlers finishing up. Wall of colonies. There it is, Nidus here behind the natural. Oh, sorry, behind the main. Shin, he does respond. This Nidus should not finish. Yeah, this was just too cavalier. Yeah, it's just a little bit too ambitious. Nidus within range, within vision here. And now we're on patrol. Now you can see Shin is patrolling everywhere. Searching for the Nidus worms. Nidus on the high ground. Once again, they should not finish. And GG gets called. Shin, he will shut this down. And Shin, he will claim the game and claim the series 4-2. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Shin, he was able to deal critical damage and more importantly, rush into mutaplay. 3-point, he was all in. He was completely all in there. And alas, he was not quite able to pull it off. Was not quite able to break his opponent. And with that, congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations, Shin. He will claim it. He will claim the win. But if not mistaken, I believe we do have... I believe the players did agree to play out some more games. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. As yeah, GG, well played with that. I did have an extra replay that I didn't recognize, but it was just a fake replay. So GG, well played. Shin does claim the series 4-2. Very well done, very impressive. Again, 3 points. Alas, he did commit to the all-in. He saw everything. But I will say that again, especially the first Nidus. The problem is that if the first Nidus is wasted, if the first Nidus fails, then Shin has the wherewithal to now scout and now patrol everywhere looking for those Nidus worms. So once the first one fails, that's kind of game then and there. There was no follow-up. There was no follow-up tech there for 3-point. And again, the positioning for that Nidus was just a little bit too ambitious because it was within vision of the expansion. And unlike previously, Shin actually had Zerglings. In the last game on Pylon, Shin, when he went 2-base Muta, didn't make any Zerglings. So if there was a Nidus, he wouldn't be able to deal with it. But here, he did have some safety Zerglings, so he was able to defend. GG, well played. Congratulations to Shin. I did mention earlier that in the absence of Dark in StarCraft Evolution, Shin, he has taken up the mantle as the best Zerg player in StarCraft Evolution. 3-point is currently tentatively number 2, and we did have our back and forth. And I appreciate that it wasn't one-sided, that it was back and forth, very chaotic as well. And I could see this going to the ace match. I can see this going back and forth. It was very intense, a very intense ZvZ between 3-point and Shin. But again, these are the top 2 Zerg players of the region. Currently, at least. I say of the region of StarCraft Evolution. I say currently because, again, Young Yakov and Wayne have been improving. They've been playing a lot, and they've both been improving in their own way as well. And they've both been devoting time to StarCraft Evolution. So I'm excited to see how they perform, especially coming into the championship. StarCraft Evolution Championship is, what, a month away? It's pretty close, actually. It's right around the corner. So there's a lot to get into there. And personally, I can't wait. I can't wait to see who gets involved and who takes part. So I look forward to the StarCraft Evolution Championship. Otherwise, GG, well played with that. With that 3-point, with that Shin will claim the series, will claim the tournament, and we can now take a moment to go over our upcoming matches. Okay, our upcoming broadcast. This is our Tuesday morning broadcast, and as you can see, we do have another broadcast tomorrow, Wednesday morning as well. That's going to be the Pixar Cup. We have the LATAM League on Thursday. We have the Pondcast. We have Youth Thermal 2 Circuit. We have OC King of the Hill. This week we only have half a day off. Usually we do have 2 half days off, but we were contacted to fill in for Steadfast for OSC King of the Hill this week. So we're going to be covering OSC. Also, more importantly, we're not done for the day. We're going to be live in 6 hours. In 6 hours time, we're going to be live with StarCraft Evolution League. This was the StarCraft Evolution League Masters, but up next is going to be the Open Cup, the Open Tournament, featuring the best players in StarCraft Evolution. I'm curious to see who takes place. Actually, hold on, I have a list. So we're gonna be featuring Bjorn and Shin. Hey, Shin is there. Shin is there. Bjorn is gonna be there. The STC, 3Point, Rebellion, Bratok, Kiwian, and Minnow VK. We'll see if anyone can stop that Bjorn versus Shin finals. In my mind, they are the top two. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen them play against each other in quite some time. Like, I rate Dark above Bjorn, but do I rate Shin above Bjorn? That I don't think I can say with certainty. So we might see them face off. Fingers crossed. I would love to see them face off in that series or in that tournament. We'll see if they do. So again, tonight we're going to be featuring Shin, Bjorn, the SCC, Rebellion, 3Point, Bratok, Kiwian, and Minnow VK. And again, that's going to be in 6 hours time. So until then, have some time to get some food, get some rest, really just work on VODs. I have a lot of VODs to edit. So I'm going to be editing VODs during that downtime and getting ready. I might nap a little bit, maybe. I would love to, but we'll see if I have enough time to. But again, later on tonight is going to be more StarCraft Evolution. Just a full day of StarCraft Evolution content. We got you. And again, if you want to help support StarCraft Evolution, you can do so via the command in the chat, !SCEVO. We'll give you a link to the Patreon of StarCraft Evolution, of those working behind the scenes, so you can support them via Patreon if you wish. Otherwise, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. Again, GG, shout out, congratulations to Shin, and a shout out to Dark as well. Dark for winning Kung Fu Cup, and Shin for winning the SEL Masters. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in 6 hours. We'll see you in 6 hours. With that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. If you cannot watch some of these tournaments live, check out our VODs. Check out our VODs over on YouTube. !Socials in the chat. There are links there to our Discord, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, and Blue Sky. All things CranKy Ducklings. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tonight or tomorrow, depending on when you catch us. So we're live every day. You'll find us sometime. You'll find us somewhere. With that, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao, baby, ciao, hasta luego. Thanks for watching. See you next time.